Yo guys, so I was lucky enough to be invited along to Capcom's office to play Ed in Street Fighter 6 early and record some footage to make today's video. I'm going to be going over my impressions of the character, his gameplay, strengths, weaknesses and more. Now, if you would have told me that one of the most bland, unseasoned characters in SF5 was returning in 6, except he's cool now, I'm going to be honest, I'm pressing X to doubt on that. Well, they did it, and now all of us former Ed dislikers are going to have to hold that. Let's get started, boys. Alright, so first and foremost, let's take a look at these normals. You may know by now that like a true boxer, Ed has no kicks in SF6. This is obviously completely different to his SF5 rendition where he had several useful kick moves. All of his crouching punch buttons are low attacks, and his kick buttons are these extended flicker style punches, similar to Steve Fox's Street Fighter Cross Tekken rendition. Here are his jump buttons. Jump medium punch stands out here with an excellent downwards hitbox and cross up properties. Alright, let's take a look at his command list. I'll play through all the little video animations here so you guys can see everything that he has to offer. First is specials. Psycho Spark is based on his forward medium punch fireball from SF5, which is broken down into two parts. Quarter Circle Forward creates a projectile in front of Ed, which he can then follow up with Psycho Shoot by pressing forward in any punch to send a fireball towards the opponent. Now, he doesn't have to shoot the fireball, which can make dealing with this frustrating, especially as you can't tell which speed a fireball is coming out. The OD version is 2 hits and only possible from an OD Psycho Spark, not a normal one. In the middle of a projectile skirmish, this move's got your back. Psycho Uppercut is his DP, and to all the SF5 Ed enjoyers who are seeing a DP motion for the first time, get used to it because you can't press one button here. Here's Johnny! Unless of course you are playing on modern controls. The light version is based off of his SF5 Crouch Heavy Punch and is an excellent anti-air and crosscut DP since Ed doesn't move when using this at all. It also launches them up pretty high when attacking airborne opponents, allowing for juggles and extensions in the right situation. Medium DP might be the one we see most often for its ease of use in most combos. Ed lunges towards his opponent and knocks them up into the sky as a nice combo ender. Heavy Punch DP is a little slower, but similar to Medium Punch. It's only usable in specific combos or sequences. The OD version appears to have a ton of invincibility, and as expected will probably be used for reversal properties mainly. Psycho Blitz is performed with quarter circle back and punch, and sees Ed throw a flurry of punches, with the light version having pretty fast startup, making it usable in even light hit confirm combos. Medium and heavy versions are used mostly in juggles. OD version knocks him up into the air and is cancelable into his level 2 super. This can allow for some crazy combos which we will touch on later. Psycho Flicker is his Psycho Snatcher from SF5. Each button aims this at a different angle. You can hold the button till Ed's hand flashes, and once released it will drag the opponent towards him for combo extensions. I didn't test the block stun here, but I found if you throw the grounded version out and get a punish counter, it crumples and you can drive rush in for a full combo. OD version looks similar to his V-Trigger 2 enhanced snatcher and gives an easy juggle with no charge. Kill Rush is a new command dash performed by pressing 2 kicks. You can press forward and punch early during the dash to get a follow up with Kill Switch Break, but that's not all. Timing forward punch during the later frames of the dash will result in Kill Switch Chaser, which launches the opponent higher. Having stuff that rewards players with better timing is always nice. I guess in theory it reminds me of Luke's Flash Knuckle timing. He can also use Kill Rush while holding back to retreat, and it appears he can also use this while charging an attack, although I didn't have time to test this. It's also worth noting Kill Rush does not have any projectile invincibility. Alright, moving on to his unique attacks, Ed's Psycho Knuckle returns from SF5, which seems to have multiple charge levels, and all stems from his Heavy Punch. It looks like he's plus unblocked when fully charged. It also looks like you can't drive reversal this move, at least not immediately. It appears you can also cancel the startup into his Kill Rush dash, but I unfortunately didn't have time to test this. Forward Heavy Punch is his Cobra Punch, where Ed summons his inner Tribal Chief, allowing for low crushes and conversions on punish counter. Ed does also have some boxing inspired target combos like a certain classy British fellow who's been sadly absent in recent Street Fighter games. We miss you, Dudley. Press light kick 1, 2, 3 times for Ed's flicker combination, which appears to have great range and brings Ed closer to the opponent to set up shimmies and pressure. Medium punch heavy punch is a standard combo tool for Ed, launches and sets up plenty of juggles as it is special cancelable. Medium kick heavy punch is another string with decent range. Despite the last part looking like an overhead, it isn't and it can be blocked low. And finally, crouch heavy kick, heavy punch is a launching sequence which is cancelable into supers. Alright, onto his supers. Level 1 is Psycho Storm and is easily landed as cancels from normals or in juggles. It also has full invincibility on startup, which is always nice to have. Alright, level 2 is Psycho Cannon, which was his V-Trigger 1 in SF5. This is a utility super similar to Rashid level 2. This can be used in combos which allows for multiple juggles and it just lets your creativity go wild. Depending on what punch button is pressed determines the speed of the projectile. It has 7 hits or blocks and still has one of its main strengths from SF5, which was pushing the opponent and forcing throw baits and shimmies. The potential here is huge honestly, and I can't wait to see what players find. I wanted to lab this non-stop, but there was no training mode on the build and I only had 1 hour to record here. It looks like cancelling from the last hit of EX Blitz into the light version is best, as this pops them up high and allows for extensions like this. Honestly, with Ed, it might be a Blanca and Rashid situation where we mostly see level 2 and like rarely level 3 and level 1. I think this level 2 is really going to be the way to go with this character. Level 3 is Psycho Chainbar, which sees Ed string his opponent up and deliver a series of punches. It's standard cinematic SF6 level 3 stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't check what kind of Oki he gets after this or his CA. My bad. Alright, that goes over his toolset. So we've looked at his moves and what he can do essentially, but what is he actually good at? Well, let's get into that right now. His drive rush seems pretty damn good, to be honest. I would say it's not as good as the best ones in the game, like DJ for example, but it's pretty fast. So I would say it's an above average drive rush. You know, you combine this with like his low light punch or something like that and it's a recipe for disaster. He has a standing light, low light and standing light string which he can confirm pretty easily. Crouch medium kick is an amazing button to throw out in neutral. It has incredible range and is cancelable into drive rush. I will say as well, his stand heavy punch is amazing. After recording time was up, I found out he can use it just like Ken, you know how he can shimmy you even with a backdash and then hit confirm punish counter into crouch medium kick and get insane damage. Yeah, Ed can do that, but it actually felt like it was even further away than Ken can, so yeah, kinda goofy. Stand heavy kick is an incredible anti-air, just look how good it is. You can even cancel this into command dash for example for a little SF5 style left right mix here. It still appeared to lose to strong jump ins though, like Luke jump heavy punch, but you know, that's just Luke. This guy always has to come in and ruin the fun, man. Weaknesses I noticed was that he doesn't appear to have a far reaching low with decent startup, with crouch medium punch feeling fairly stubby and sluggish. And despite him being able to keep up in fireball wars, he may struggle to close the gap against zoners like JP or Dalsim with his lack of projectile navigation tools. But you know, it's Street Fighter 6, so just perfect parry, bro. Alright, so final thoughts. Overall, I think Ed feels like a really well-rounded character with plenty of great tools, and is above all else very fun to play. Having so many juggle options at your disposal gives you a sense of freedom with your combos, and once again, with SF6's roster, Capcom has done an amazing job of giving you a character who feels authentic to their legacy, but also comes to this game with a host of new tools which feel right at home and spice up their gameplay. So there you go guys, Ed is no longer boring and feels really fun to play. Unbelievable, I know, but there you have it. Once again, love to the Capcom UK team for trusting me and bringing me down to make some content. I really appreciate that. And you, if you're still watching, go ahead and check out some of my other videos or stop by my Twitch stream sometime. I'm on pretty much every day. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.